Michelle here, and today I'm actually going to do a little different type of video. It's in more of an interview style video. There is a blog that had asked me to do an interview for their blog about my yoga story. And I also decided to go ahead and just kind of candidly answer, if I can talk today, answer these questions on here for you to share in video format as well. I do want to make it clear that this is just my yoga story, so yours very well may be different, whether you're already into yoga or you're interested in potentially getting into yoga in the future. Know that everyone's life and path are unique, and so your story is not probably going to be the same as mine. This is just my story and how I got into yoga, how it has changed my life, how it's affected me, and just me sharing my personal experience with you. So the first, I have it on my phone here, so I'm just going to be excuse me, reading these questions and kind of, I'm not going to read the answers from the blog verbatim. I'm just going to kind of answer them with whatever comes up on my mind. So the first question is, how did you get into yoga? And that's a really good question. How did I get into yoga? I have an interesting story with that. A lot of people that I know will get into yoga and then become vegan. For me, it was the opposite. Veganism actually kind of helped lead me into yoga. And not that you have to be vegan to get into yoga, because that's not true at all. I truly believe that yoga is for everyone, and everyone can practice and benefit from yoga, even if you think that you can't. But for me, I was at this point back in 2011, where I was pretty much just overhauling my whole life. A lot of things needed to be changed. I was kind of playing the Shiva, the Destroyer card, and just kind of destroying everything that was to rebuild something new. And in that process, I went through a lot of deep contemplation and self-discovery. And led me to become vegan. I had been vegetarian for, I don't even know, I want to say like 5 years or so before that, but I'm not really sure exactly how long it was. So I'd already kind of really cared about animals and felt, good about that. But then I learned about the dairy industry and all that, but that's a different video. If you want to hear about my vegan story, go ahead and comment below, let me know. I would be happy to talk about that and make a separate video about that as well. But in going vegan, I did it for ethical reasons, but I also did it, but I also was very interested in kind of improving my health and stuff like that. So in doing that, I also felt like I'm really into this lifestyle, but I'd left behind a lot of my old friends who just weren't good influences on me anymore, weren't into the same things, and I had some of the same friends still, and some of them were sort of trying this path with me, but I wanted to meet more people who were kind of on a similar wavelength as I was. So I created a vegan meetup group with the Cincinnati Vegan Meetup Group, and it was at the Old Melt in Northside, if you're familiar with Cincinnati, and it was years ago, it doesn't exist anymore, but it was Tuesday evenings, and someone came to one of them and mentioned World Peace Yoga and how they have a Freedom Month, so you can just go in and try classes for a month, absolutely free, no strings attached. And at the time, I was working not a high-paying job at all, and I was single, and I was paying all my own bills. Like, I was paying my own rent, I had my own apartment, I was being pretty responsible, but I could not afford to go and take yoga classes very easily at that time. So I found out about this Freedom Month, and then I went to their website, and I started reading about their philosophy and their beliefs and different things like that, and it resonated with me because they, as it turned out, had a lot of similar beliefs about things as I did. So when then it just clicked, well, I need to go check this out then. I need to find a day off, get on the bus, and make my way down to Clifton for one of these yoga classes. I didn't even live very close to Clifton at all at that time, so that was a little challenge too, but I gotta go and check it out. I was nervous because I didn't know if I'd fit in, I didn't know if I'd screw it up, I didn't know, again, if I was fit enough. I have another video that I talk about that I will link somewhere, it'll be somewhere in here, and about my, if yoga's for you or not, and just encouraging people to not let their own barriers hold them back, because I was definitely considering not going because of my own hangups and my own just things I was self-conscious about. Luckily, a friend of mine who was also trying yoga class for the first time decided to go with me, so that really, really helped. And I'm really grateful that she went with me, because that helped me to go. And it was something that we enjoyed together. So we went, we tried it out, and long story short, I fell in love with the practice. And so I kept going and going, and when my Freedom Month was over, someone bought me like one of their discounted Groupon passes so I could keep going. Like, they bought me it as a gift, which was awesome. So then I kept going. That allowed me to afford to keep going at that time. And I kept making changes to my life little by little. Some more profound and quickly than others. But I just really liked the practice, and from there on, I just kept going with it. So that's how I got into yoga. Question 2, how does your quality of life compare now compared to pre-yoga? So, a lot of things. Yoga's been very instrumental in my ability to just kind of change my entire life. Not only is it just changed my career, but it's also helped me to find more tools. I really struggled with stress, anxiety, tension, things like that, a lot. And it's helped me learn breathing techniques and different tools, and been able to incorporate a daily practice that just helps me feel a little bit more even keel, and a little more steady, a little more sure of myself, and a little bit just to have more faith in that things will be okay. And I still do get stressed sometimes. That's normal. It's not like a cure-all magic pill type of thing. But if you do it consistently, I really believe that it can have some pretty profound improvements and effects for people. And that definitely did for me. My quality of life, I just get up and I have more to look forward to, and it's this practice that I know that no matter where I'm at or what's going on, I can come back to it at any time, and I really appreciate that. So definitely my quality of life's better. I have better mental clarity. I also, physical aches and pains, things like that, I've been able to find things help therapeutically within yoga to reduce that. So I just feel better overall. What parts of the yoga practice have benefited you most? That's a really hard question, because it's hard to name just a few. I'm going to cheat a little bit and look here to see what I said, because I feel like this could be long. But I think being able to find a much better mental space has been huge for me, as well as finding a physical activity I love so much that I believe I can do it for the rest of my life. Because yoga is so adaptable, and even if I'm tired, I can do a gentle practice. If I'm wanting more energy, I could do more of a vinyasa flow or more up-tempo practice. There's so many different styles and ways to practice yoga, or just even breathing and meditation are part of yoga. So it's something I think will be with me for the rest of my life, and something I think I can stick with. I also value the connections, the people I've met and things through the yoga practice, and the communities that it's connected me to. What might your life be like if you had not found yoga? I really don't know. Like I said, I needed a lot of change. I'd overhauled my life so much, and I don't know where I'd be right now if it weren't for yoga. I'm not sure where my path would have led or what I would have ended up doing. But I think finding yoga and becoming a yoga instructor, it's just led me to, I've completely changed my career path. And that's so profound. That has just changed everything. This changed the whole trajectory of my life in a lot of ways. And I think it's made me a better person to be around, a more positive influence to others. And I can get up every day and look forward to the projects I'm engaged in. And I have a future to look forward to now, because I got into doing this. And I've met people I've been able to connect with, and having the ability to share things that are beneficial to others and really make a difference and do meaningful work is just everything. It really is. And just having a career that you actually care about and enjoy is just such a big part of life. And I like to think that I could just be sort of this bright light to shine and share with others, whereas I used to not be so much that way. So again, I could go on, but there'll be some stuff in the blog too. This is the last question, why did you decide to do yoga teacher training and eventually become a yoga teacher? And I really like my answer, so I'm going to cheat and just read it here to share with you guys, because I don't think I could say it any better here. At the time I signed up for my first yoga teacher training, all I knew was that I needed to change, that I was in love with the yoga lifestyle, and that I wanted to be open to wherever the journey would lead me. I wanted to deepen my personal practice and learn tools I could potentially share with others to assist them to feel better the way yoga had helped me to. I was very interested in becoming a yoga teacher, but had no idea I would get to where I am now. I'm so grateful and excited to see where my path leads to as the future unfolds. And that might sound fluffy, but I really mean every word of it. So those are all the questions. I don't want this video to get too long. But again, when the blog's available, I'll try to post a link in the description box below. If you have any other questions for me about how you might get into yoga, or about the studio, or the World Peace Yoga Studio, or just finding a practice that works for you, or if you're interested in working with me, again, reach out. You can comment below, like, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell if you want more content. And go ahead and follow. I share a lot on Instagram and about yoga and stuff too, so follow me on there if you're interested in more as well. Amber Michelle 213 on Instagram or on Facebook or any of those platforms. And any questions, let me know. But that is my yoga story, and it's been a pretty amazing one. I'm excited to just see, I feel like the best is even just yet to come. So anyway, thanks for listening. Namaste. Peace. I'll see you next time.